recently I saw a game on sale on Steam for like $8, right? If you're seeing sweat and squinty eyes dripping down my face, it's because it's hot as fuck. It's like 90 degrees. We're out in Florida. Give me 1 second, actually. I do gotta go. Hopefully that doesn't dirty up the green screen. Bum simulator. It looked pretty good, so I went ahead and purchased it. I was procrastinating on other stuff. Couldn't tell you what it is. When I started playing it, fell in love, right? About 5 minutes in, I decided I'm gonna get all the achievements because I've been wanting to do the next episode in the achievement list for a while now. And so that's what I did, and that's what we are gonna get started on today. We need a bigger house. So we start the game off being greeted by Carl Cartman. He teaches us We start the game off being greeted by Carl Cartman, and he teaches us the basics of the game, which is actually how we get our first achievement, our daily bread. We end up kicking a trash can, getting our first piece of bread to eat, first achievement, done and dusted. From there, goddamn. From there, we beat up a few bug chumps. We'll get into who they are in a moment, and I got my first blueprint for base decor. Second achievement done, like 2 seconds. And believe it or not, within like 3 seconds, I found my first feather, which is my third achievement. I think it's called First Feather. Now Carl takes us to our spy on an enemy gang. Again, we'll get into the gang stuff in a moment. His name is Bugsy. He's a spy in the Bugs gang, right? Because we're missing our pigeon, and Bugsy tells us for $10, he will tell us where our pigeon is. Well, how are we gonna get money? I'll tell you how we're gonna get money. We're gonna get money the classic bum way. We're gonna go begging. Now, before we get to begging, we actually have to make our sign. And I take the time to get an A+ on my art assignment and get the achievement Artiste. With my Mona Lisa in hand, I get my first pennies through begging and get my achievement Skilled Labor. And with my newfound skill in hand, I go ahead and I ask a cop for a little bit of money and get the achievement Reverse Bribe. The unfortunate thing is the cop doesn't like being asked for money. When we beg enough to get $10, we pay Bugsy and get the achievement I Believe in Change. These achievements are just getting busted up. So after finding out where my beloved pigeon is, I actually free my beloved pigeon and use my pigeon as a shuriken, per se, to unlock the next achievement, Haido Sensei, which is for killing somebody with a shuriken pigeon. Now, on the beaches of Bumsville, it's as hot there as it is here. During my adventures, I go and I purchase a Coca-Cola, nice and cold, from the vending machine for my next achievement. Something, I don't know, I'm gonna put it right here. There it is. It's hot as fuck, I'm trying to make it through this. With my thirst quench, I proceed to open up a can of whoop ass. Now the problem with opening up a can of whoop ass is it makes you hungry and thirsty again. And who wouldn't stop for this? Now, that's another achievement down, supporting John's business, I believe it's called. From there, I beg a little bit more for my next meal and my next achievement. Now, all the whoop ass I was handing out was actually leading to our next side character, the Pigeon Lady, and my next achievement. Now, she points us to the next side character, but before I get into all that, I get started with a separate side character, Mr. Richmond. Let me introduce you to him. He is an asshole, complete cockbag who pays you to go and be a cockbag to other people. And so that's what I did naturally, because I need a little bit of money. This particular assignment, urinate on people in suits. Why? I don't know, but I got it done. I got my $25, and I got my next achievement, petty cash. Now, things were going good until they weren't, and I was Palpatine. But I'm not complaining too much because it led to my next achievement, feel the force flow through you. Now, the next stop in our story introduces us to the next important side character, Mr. Jello, an incredibly stable man with 2 complete hands. And he's got an incredibly stable job for us. We need to go to deliver some presents to his frenemies, and I decide to do that. Unfortunately, my pathfinding is ass. I don't make it the first time. In fact, I blow up, I die, Carl dies. Me and Carl die. But I get my next achievement, cover more ground. A few more attempts later, I soccer kicked that shit in and got an achievement for finishing Mr. Jello's quest. Now, as it turns out, I'm part of a gang. We'll get to it. Like I said earlier, we were gonna get to it. We're gonna get to it right now. I am part of the Creeps. Fucking all day. You know me. For real, no cap, we rep the Creeps. I don't know, whatever the young kids are saying. And then there are the bugs who are against us, right? Now, Mr. I Need $10, our spy in the bugs from the very beginning, tells us that the bugs are planning to pinch us in the city, essentially kick the creeps out. Not 2 seconds later after I get this information, I hear the first cry for help from a creep. And after whooping some ass on some bugs, I get my first achievement for saving my first creep. Just another 50 more of those. And the feathers. Fuck. Not 2 seconds after I save this dude's ass from the bugs, I'm getting raided at my own base. So, naturally I decide to meet the enemy head on. And I get an achievement for not only choosing to face the enemy head on, but also drop kicking that raiding party out of existence. On the way to the next stop on my main story quest, I saw a little J on the map and I thought, I love that last death ride so much, I might as well do another one. So that's what I did. And doing that got me jokey surprise for finishing the first of Mr. Jello's side quest. Now, right across the road from Jello's first quest is also one of the first shooting galleries that I had seen, and I had decided I needed to go embarrass myself. But after a few attempts, I'm able to finish it, getting the achievement for finishing the first shooting gallery side quest, and also getting the achievement for hitting level 8 bump. Wow, just making all sorts of progress. And a few feet from the location of the shooting gallery I just did and hitting level 8 is the second base I get to liberate. And I get an achievement for liberating my second base. Now, me and Carl decide to break into Evil Way, but unfortunately for us, these doors, their intended purpose works. We're stuck outside. But while we're trying to come up with a plan, a blood-soaked Chad calls out to us, tells us to meet us in a back alley, says he can help us. And I mean, why wouldn't we? Look at this guy. So we go and we meet him in the back alley, and he tells us that he used to work for Evil Way, and he's just a mad scientist. He's not in it for the corporate profit. And he also wants something from us. He wants us to show him how to make hobo potions. We teach him how to make plasmids, essentially, the hobo version of plasmids. At least the Fus Robert one. And that gets us our achievement, alcoholic alchemy. That's what it is. Not only did we get the alcohol alchemy, we also got the achievement, Go East, for meeting Mr. East. I forgot to say that to begin with. We just said that right there though, so that's all right. And after meeting Mr. East, I can't just move on to the main storyline. I gotta go do his side quest, so I find the first E on my mini-map and I go and I get it done, which is abducting bald people. I don't really know why, but we get it done and we get the achievement for science for finishing the first of Mr. East's side quests. Now here's the big holdup for where we're at right now. The next step in the quest, I have to upgrade my pigeons, specifically my shuriken pigeon. It's base building stuff. Fuck that. This is bum simulator. I want to go do bum things, okay? I want to bum it up at the beach, bum it up at the mall. I want to do what I want. I want to explore, adventure. And so that's what I do. For the next long time, I just adventure. And during these adventures, and particularly ripping a blueprint off of a bug's corpse, they decide that they're gonna go on the offensive at one of my bases. I don't got time for that shit. I'm doing bum stuff, like I said. So I use some of the money I've been grifting, and I pay for them to go away. I earned, this is just a tribute for it, but it was worth it. So I'm bumming around, doing the bum things, when I stuffed Carl all the way up. I delivered another package for George here and decided to take on another quest for that cockbag Mr. Richmond. This time he gave me an easy one. Just knock out 10 innocent bystanders. Hello, that's what I'm good at. He gave me 2 minutes and 30 seconds, but I only needed about a minute. And in my bloodlust, I decided these cops aren't taking me down for the next 15 seconds. And they do eventually take me down, but I get my 5-star wanted level, which is enough for the achievement most wanted. It's beautiful, isn't it? On a quick bounce back, I spot a creep in need and I go and I save him, earning me the achievement for saving 10 of them. Just 40 more to go. 2 feet from where I saved my 10th creep was another shooting alley, so I went ahead and finished that. In fact, I finished all of them. And at the same time as getting the achievement for finishing all of the shooting galleries, I got the achievement for level 15 bump. God Damn, what is that, number 33? We are just knocking these out. Best laid plans came not long after that for finding my 10th blueprint. There's only 19 of these in the game. It can't be that hard to find all of them, right? And I lied earlier. I just wasn't reading my script right. I had just gotten the achievement when I hit level 15 for doing the first of the shooting galleries. Right here is where I get the achievement for doing all of the shooting galleries. God damn. Gotta love progress. From here, I decided, gosh, I love Mjrtist so much. Might as well finish all of his side quests. So that's what I go and do. Now I do a Mr. Richmond side quest on the side, naturally. But the main thing being, I finished all of Mr. Jolly's side quest and I earned the achievement for it. Instrument of Vengeance. You wanna know what happens next? The grinding part, the part that I've been putting off, the base building part. Before I get to it, I do fill up my belly with a nice warm slice and I get the achievement Mamma Mia for my efforts. And then from there, I get the grinding done. I get Alchemical Genius, I like the pun, and I also get Squatter for recruiting my first creep at my base. Now, if you remember, I need to upgrade my pigeons with explosives. Why? So we can blow up these CCTV cameras that are guarding this area. Why? Because we need to break in. Why? Because Dr. East told us this is where Evil Way was conducting their next experiment. Are you all caught up now? Are you done asking questions? Good, because then we can fucking do it and get the achievement as unseen on CCTV. With the cameras down, I do what I do best. Breaking and entering. Me and Carl have a little bit of a Sherlock Holmes moment together, and after piecing together that Evil Way has been experimenting on people and creating giant rat-human hybrids who broke out after a equipment breakdown and left a trail for us to follow with glowing urination, I get my next achievement, Mjrtist the spot. And I promise you something, okay? Because I have to wait for nighttime. If you think I went and I found somewhere to sleep or went and slept on a bench and waited for the time to pass, you're out of your fucking mind, all right? Mama didn't raise no quitter. Now, following the trail at night leads me to the safe house and the achievement first try for finding it on the first try. Honestly, easiest achievement I've gotten so far. At the safe house, I run into a family of rats, and to sum it all up, we join forces against Evil Way. They were experiments. In fact, they think of us as brothers. They have a plan put together, a heist of sorts, a big robbery, a heist on Evil Way. Robbery, a heist, robbery. On Evil Way, can you believe it? But the first step of the plan is finding a way in. They've met with a woman named Officer Alex, and it's up to me to go and meet with Alex and set up the plan to get into Evil Way. Before I do all that, I'm for sure gonna explore. Come on. During my explorations, I use my newly upgraded pigeons to unlock this dumpster and get the achievement Lockpicking Skill 100 for my efforts. Shortly after that, I get interrupted by another raid for one of my bases, but I pay it off, all right? Psych, cut that out, that cretin doesn't know what he's talking about. I used my street cred. When you're a boss-ass bitch like me, you don't handle your own lightweight. Now, from there, I expanded my base where I got the achievement for smelting my first bars of copper. I expanded my pigeon coops and got all of the powers. That's not an achievement, I'm just bragging. And then also I quenched my hunger the ultimate way with an ultimate burger, which was its own achievement, ultimate hunger. From there I'll tell you what I did. I ran into Officer Alex while I was begging for money on accident. She told me what I needed to do next, but guess what? Frick off, Alex. We'll bring her up when the time's right to move on to the next storyline. Back at my base, I learned how to plant fruit seeds and harvest my own fruit. I also put some guana on those fruits to speed up the harvesting process and earned 2 achievements in one: sustainable farming, or living, sustainable one of them, and the secret ingredient. Efficiency at its peak, folks, honestly. Now from here I decided, once again, frick the main quest. I'm gonna do all of the side quests and get all the achievements done. I spotted a T on my map. This is Tammy, Trixie, Tamara, whatever her name is. I decided to go do the side quest. On the way there, I got my 10th feather for fine feather. It's beautiful, really is, just 40 more. And then I got Trixie's lazy ass up on the building and did all the work while she got us the rewards, earning my, I think, 52nd achievement, which is Secret Stash. And from there, we're gonna cut it. That's obviously not the end of the game, but we're halfway there. We're starting to get into the really good bits. It's hot as fuck. I'm losing daylight, as you can probably see. There's probably some artifacts behind me or something like that. But anyways, it's hot. I'm sure my wonderful wife and my father would like to go inside. So anyways, if you go ahead and like and subscribe, I would really appreciate it. If you want more of this, let me know. It's my first all achievements video in a while. And I will see you on the next one.